What is up, fanboys and fangirls? Welcome to another FanTracks podcast coming to you, of course, from fanboysanonymous.com. I am your host, as always, Tony Mango, and I am joined by two members of the quote-unquote Tony panel of today. I've got...
Me! Caroline Oliveira. Hi, guys.
And I am the far less cartoon-sounding Robert D. Police. We are entering a pre-9/11 world for this one.
Yes,
I don't know how I feel about that.
I know that some people didn't feel all that great about it because there's a big plot point about this movie that made them get a little nervous about doing that because this movie is from 2001. It is Donnie Darko. Specifically, the director's cut is what we're doing here. And let me give you a little breakdown of what this is all about. We are doing this because this is sponsored by a donation from Marco for the Patreon. So thank you, Marco. And he requested that we do something based off of Donnie Darko. And, we could have done like a movie review. We could have done like some kind of a breakdown in some fashion of something different or whatever. But, I decided that we've been doing a lot of these fan track type things and stuff. And that's a good way to do that because I haven't seen this movie in a while. And I have not seen at all the director's cut. So all the more reason to do something like that instead. And what we're going to do is the way that we normally do things. We are going to give you a countdown of 3, 2, 1, play. And that way you will be able to sync up your DVD or your Blu-ray or your digital release. Or if for some reason you're still using like a VHS player or something like that, go ahead and try to figure that out too. But thankfully we don't have to give you a time code for this because it's just we're starting at the beginning of it. We're not doing the typical thing where it's like you gotta skip to a certain point in it like we would with the matches for like Smart Out Moment when we do the fan announce table and stuff. Instead, we are just starting off at the very beginning. It's going to be a dark, just black kind of nothingness, and then go into the, I think it was New Market something or whatever, New Market
Films.
That logo will pop up, and then we'll kind of take it from there. Because what FanTracks is, if you don't know, is it's just a commentary track with us, just watching the movie and shooting the shit, talking about some jokes or the movie itself or anything else that comes into our mind. So, by all means, of course, we did not work on the movie, and you're not going to see any video content on here as far as like the movie clips or something like that, because that would be a copyright infringement. This is the best way that we could do it, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. I think I kind of like gave as much of a breakdown as I can already. So I want to just double check that I've got my movie lined up correctly. I'm using a system that it decided that it wanted to kind of like crap itself out a little bit. But whatever you've got, if you've got some kind of maybe you use Plex like I do or something like that, make sure that it's at 0, 0, 0. And then when I say 3, 2, 1, play, you hit the play button when I say play, because that's why I'm saying it. So, yeah, just go ahead and do that. Get yourself ready, get your popcorn and all that stuff situated. Make sure you pee. I don't know what else you need to do ahead of time. But we're going to get this started in 3, 2, 1, play. So, we've got a little bit of thunder in the background now. And, it should be good. Yeah. There's New Market Films. And now we've got Pandora. Okay. A Gaylord Films company.
I knew you were going to laugh at that. Oh my God.
We're children.
Yeah. So I have not seen this movie in I don't know how many years. The movie came out in 2001. The director's cut's apparently 2004. Richard Kelly did that whole thing. I've only watched this movie once, and I watched it a couple of years after I originally was hoping to, because a friend of mine, and spoilers if you haven't seen the movie, I don't know why you'd be watching this for the first time with us in the background instead of the movie, but a friend of mine said, hey, did you ever see the movie Donnie Darko? It's totally right up your alley. It's this type of movie where, like, it kind of mess with your head and whatever like that. And the main character dies at the end. And I'm like, dude, what the hell? So he ruined it for me. And I had to wait until I forgot the ending. And I was like, I know that Justin said something about this movie, but I don't know what. So, Justin, come on, man.
Damn it, Justin.
Yeah. So I don't remember much about the movie. But
I saw this once in 2006, and don't remember all that much.
Yeah, so I guess I'm beating you guys. I saw this for the second time 2 years ago at the movie theater in New York when they're actually showing a 35mm screening of it. And it was so good. My inner hipster goth kid was very happy. Also, I was eating Pockies the whole entire time, which just made everything better.
That does seem like that would make that better.
Yeah, Pockies.
This is firm in the range where he could have been Peter Parker. Because
he would have been a good Peter Parker, not as good as Tobey Maguire.
I think it would have been better.
It is your right to be wrong.
Although he made a really good Mysterio.
God, the soundtrack!
Apparently, this is one of the criticisms of the director's cut. I didn't read much about it, but apparently he changed some of the songs.
Oh.
Because he wanted to use different songs in the original, and he didn't get the the release for him or something. So that was one of the things that I read, that people don't like this as much. I don't know what songs he replaced or something. Oh, look at that generic stock font. Just gonna be font talk for me for this whole time, I guess.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not the song that played when I was watching this. I think they had Echo and the Bunnymen, the Killing Moon in this part. I could be wrong though.
The only takeaway song I know from this is Under the Milky
Mad
Way
World,
Tonight,
right?
And Mad World. Because
really?
Mad World's me. Yeah.
Not even Tears for Fears?
Oh, Tears for Fears?
Yeah, it should be.
It's a mad world. That one.
I'm pretty sure there's another Tears for Fears.
Oh, there might be. Yeah, was that Maggie Gyllenhaal?
Yeah, she's his sister in this too.
She was his younger sister. She looks older. And she must be older, I guess.
She always kind of looked much older. Like, it's really unfortunate to say that I feel like he got all the good-looking genes from his parents.
I remember when they recast Rachel Dawes from Kate Hudson, or not Kate Hudson. Oh my god, I'm blanking on her name. The one that was with Tom Cruise.
Nicole Kidman.
Katie Holmes.
Katie Holmes.
When they recast Katie Holmes as Rachel in the next Batman movie, The Dark Knight, and they replaced her with Maggie Gyllenhaal, and I'm like, downgrade. But there is something kind of cute about her in this movie.
Why, she looks basic?
Maybe.
Oh.
Pizza looks okay.
Favorite character.
Are you sure that the dad is still your favorite character?
Yeah. Donnie Darko is now the new favorite one. Wow. Immediately dating the movie with Michael Dukakis.
I want pizza. I'm not even hungry.
I want therapy. Fuck ass. Oh, I remember that line. Go suck a fuck. I remember like that. They probably said for the direction of this, just be brother and sister.
Yeah. What is a fuck ass?
I would assume fun for one person at the very least. Karen.
She tries her best.
To talk to the manager?
She's not all the way Karen. She was reading it.
She's Sharon then. Rolling houses. That's a good way to put it. I do feel a little bad for Karen there.
Yeah, right?
Even though she's not approaching it in a great way, she is still caring.
She could have done way worse, though. She could
Yeah.
have just, like, yelled at him and she just, walked away.
Although it's surprising that she got called a bitch instead of a fuck ass.
I feel like this is gonna be you and I when we have teenage kids.
Me saying you're bitching, but not a
Yes,
bitch.
yeah.
Although now that we've had this discussion, I might just be like, you're a fuck ass, but you're not a bitch. Me trying to take allergy meds.
Yeah, but you would need, like,
I can't take pills
so much
without
water,
swallowing.
yeah.
Really? You can't take pills?
I've never once been able to take a pill without swallowing some water to go
Yeah,
along
he's
with
a
it.
baby.
I've been able to do that since I was like 7. Maybe not the best thing to admit, but whatever.
No, yeah, me too.
I bet I could swallow an M&M
Oh my god.
or like a Tic Tac,
You
but for some
probably
reason,
died.
I don't know. I don't want to try. So.
This is gonna sound really bad, but I know for a fact that I can dry swallow 5 pills one time at once. That sounds bad. But in a pinch.
Hey, look, it's Bush.
Herbert.
God, that's such an awful clock.
Not gonna do it. Kind of like in the shelving unit with that like V. It's kind of cool. Oh, this is ominous.
The font.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of this
The
Arabian
font
Nights
is
type of
awful.
font.
What's the name of it?
I don't know, I just said Arabian Nights because it reminds me of something that would be used for Aladdin.
It would absolutely be used for Aladdin.
The bunny.
Mm-hmm.
So this movie's confusing as all hell when you start looking into the like. People are like, "Oh no, this is the explanation. If you've got this tube coming out of your chest and you got like this thing is a parallel this thing and whatever like that," I do not get it.
So I was just reading the trivia for this real quick before we started, and I guess during the wrapping party for this movie, both Jake Gyllenhaal and Seth Rogen were both like, "Yeah, we actually don't know what this movie is about." So
Seth Rogen's in this?
I guess I can't remember him. He might be like one of the high school kids.
That makes sense.
I think I read that it's actually his very first like big movie.
I bet he's the kid that goes, yeah. Look at him, he's a fucking asshole. Like that.
Sleepwalking.
Have you guys ever sleepwalked?
I don't think I have.
No.
Then again, I have to sleep. So.
Yeah, true.
I move around a lot, but I've never like gotten up.
What was the thing you said that I said in my sleep recently? There was one dream I had. I know that she said that I was saying no.
Oh
whatever,
yeah,
but
just very monotone, like no.
Oh, do you have night terrors?
I didn't think I did, but I had a bad dream that night that a friend of mine was like, he got shot or stabbed or something.
Yeah, but it wasn't a night terror. He didn't move at all, and he was just saying like no, like no emotion whatsoever.
So I don't know. Maybe I'm prone to a night like this if something were to happen.
It's good to know that Tony stays on brand even in his sleep.
Donnie Darko thought it was funny. He's smiling.
So this movie's about embracing furry culture?
Yeah, that's a good spin.
It's also the prequel to 28 Days Later. So jumping ahead, that's when the world will end. What was the old? I mean, obviously we're watching the movie, so we're gonna figure out eventually too. But like, what was the whole idea? It's like the world ends if he doesn't die with the airplane crash, right?
Yeah.
How does the world end?
Well, you just want. Why are you jumping ahead? We have 2 hours of this. Let the story develop.
I want to know
I
how.
want to know how.
How the fuck do you watch wrestling?
I want to know who wins the match. I remember bits and pieces of this. Like
Really bad visual effects.
it depends on what the effects are. If it's the dad actually was just CGI, then it was pretty good.
I forgot that he was in this movie.
Who?
Mr.
Oh,
Swayze.
Patrick Swayze. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like the evil dude or something, isn't he?
Kinda.
Oh, look at that background.
So edgy.
God knows how many people got tattoos of that.
Right.
I imagine this film really spoke to you, Carolyn.
It really did. I watched this for the first time when I was in high school at my like highest goth phase ever. And I remember it was all about it. I was like, no, but you guys don't get it. I get it. This movie's all about like whatever. And it was just like I was all about it. I remember being like very introspective watching this. And my cousins be like, I don't get it. This makes no sense. Oh my god, the bunny's scared. I'm like, shh. Speaks to me. And again, the soundtrack is amazing. You guys really think that he could have played Peter Parker?
He was cast.
Yeah, I'm glad he didn't get it.
He was
He's too edgy looking, kind of like, I don't know.
He was the runner-up for the first one with Tobey Maguire, and then Tobey Maguire broke his back before they filmed the second one. That's why there's that scene in the movie where he falls and he goes, "Ow, my back," because they're like busting his balls about it. And when they thought that he wasn't going to be able to actually film the Spider-Man 2, they had Jake Gyllenhaal do like some extra screen tests and stuff because they were like, all right, well, we'll go with our backup plan and we'll just get Jake Gyllenhaal to do that. But Tobey Maguire ended up healing enough in time. Mom looks totally different.
Was she?
Yeah, she looked totally different there in that scene. The glasses really, like, Clark Kent effect.
Took off all the makeup, added the glasses.
Yeah,
changed the
messy
hairstyle.
hair, yeah.
Different type of clothes.
Not a lefty.
Bureaucracy. It's like, can you sign this document to make sure that you don't sue us immediately?
Yeah, right?
By the way, are your family okay? That's matter, second matter. She's the focus of the second movie, right?
I don't remember the second movie.
I didn't see it.
I think it was pretty
I didn't
bad.
know there was a second movie.
good. Nope. If you hear that in the background, that's snoring.
I'm sorry. It's my puppy.
It's not us falling asleep.
She
It's
was so
ambiance.
quiet.
It's completely ambiance.
Especially for us seeing two people in bed. That's actually just Donnie.
That's Donnie farting.
Yeah.
Considering that they just like pretty much lost a huge chunk, if not most of their houses, they thought that their son was dead. They're pretty chill, I would say. They don't look that traumatized.
Yeah, she looks more interested in like what's on TV or something.
Fucking Karen. Oops, I just got you demonetized. Sorry.
Fuck Karen. What is she, like 9? She has nothing to say. Third favorite character.
I can't think of his name.
Yeah, that's how it works.
In the 80s.
Oh,
wow.
God.
I don't remember this story. Jesus. He's just sitting there like, what an asshole.
Yeah, like, that's awful. See?
Head over heels. There it
What
is.
song is this?
Yeah, Tears for Fears. Head over heels.
Oh God, help me. I cannot start singing.
What a
This
mullet.
dude's hair, yeah, the mullet. That actress, I don't know her name, but she's perpetually the older, snickety woman type.
Yeah, I mean, she's built for that kind of role. Oh, you know, I just randomly remembered. Wasn't there a movie with Jenna Malone that I think she's like in college or in high school, and they're figuring out how to cheat on the SATs, and even like the teacher kind of gets in it.
That sounds kind of familiar.
Right? Oh, that's gonna bother me. But oh, look at my friend reading her book, being sad because she was just a victim of racism.
Hi, I'm the pain in the ass principal. I probably don't do anything here, but get talked down to, and then I kind of look at a guy that's like that, like principal type, and I'm like, yeah, he doesn't stand up for himself. Drew Barrymore, not a fan.
She looks so much older in this role.
Yeah.
Right?
Because this is around the time that she was doing that Charlie's Angels garbage too, right?
She was everywhere at this point.
This is 2001.
She's probably who's selling the movie here.
Yeah, I mean, even though he's a name, I don't think Noah Wiley is the one that's making everybody go, "Yay, you did the hand thing." We're sisters. Let's all go to Applebee's. We need this.
No, it's Applebee's. Used to be Cheesecake Factory.
Oh, Cheesecake Factory. Yeah, I've never been a fan of Drew Barrymore.
Time flies. Oh, so good.
Yeah, Tears for Fears, great band.
Oh god, amazing. She kind of has a lisp, doesn't she? Or no?
Let's see.
Just an accent.
Maybe a tiny one. Yeah, Joni.
just shitting all over Joni here, like.
Yeah, not only is she shitting all over Joni and calling her out for being like, "Oh, you stupid bitch," you know, like that kind of thing. It's also like very insensitive to talk about somebody's house being destroyed when Donnie's.
Donnie just had his house destroyed. Yeah.
She's like, "Oh, I got an idea. I don't know what the inspiration's for, but." Joker.
He'd make a good Joker.
Yeah. She's like, I want to fuck you, Donnie.
Drew Barrymore?
Yeah, she's totally into him.
What is her problem?
She's just got to stick up her ass for
She's
sure.
like the cool, like, hip teacher.
Yeah, sit next to the boy you think's the cutest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Joni.
Oh my god. I didn't read that 13-page thing, but.
Ew!
Who is he? I can't place his face, but he looks exactly the same.
I have no idea who he is.
No idea who that dude is. I bet he's on an episode of Law and Order, though.
Boom, boom. Listen.
Oh my god, what is the problem with Joni? Like, she's not that bad. This teacher's just like, I'm gonna.
You know why she doesn't like Joni? Because she's sitting next to Donnie.
Oh, yeah.
And she wants to fuck Donnie.
Yeah, she does.
So that right there, she's asking Jenna Malone's character, she's like, sit next to the boy you think's the cutest. I bet it's Donnie, because I think he's the cutest.
I'm gonna sit on his face. Oh god, jeans on jeans.
Yeah, this song's one of my takeaway songs. Good song. The fucking sky, Donnie. What do you think?
Oh, because they haven't found the plane yet.
Yeah. Still. Didn't come from the ground. That's what I would say if I was the dad. I'd be like, up.
And if you hate Tony as much as I do, don't you?
Actually, if I were the dad, I'd say it came from the sky. Fuck ass. "7 days."
Only person with a better mullet than the kid in high school.
We just recently watched Back to the Future Part 3. This is Part 4. That's just Doc.
That's just had a sex scene somewhere.
Yeah.
That was the first time you watched it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd you like it?
I really liked the first and the second one. I like the third one too, but I agree with everybody that it's not as good as the other ones.
Good.
I think overall I probably like the first one better.
Yeah.
She said gibberish. Be great if it's like the alternate takes of that, where instead of whispering things about like the days or whatever, she's just sort of like take 1 cup of heavy cream.
Oh, I
and
knew
like,
you were gonna do a recipe. I miss therapy.
No. Then again, he doesn't know that much about 2020.
Right?
This fucking year is insane.
Yeah,
It really is. There's the bees, killer,
yeah, the murder hornets.
murder hornets.
That's the thing.
Ah, I love this. I'm all about this.
You're all about bad 80s infomercials.
Who isn't? Look at
Oh, there's Seth Rogen.
Oh, look, yeah.
Fear Survivor.
Oh, so good.
She totally would be the type of woman that it's like, do you ever drop all your spaghetti? Like, Okay, I do still like that character. He wasn't the one that said, screw the Chinese girl.
Yes, it was.
That was the other dude, wasn't it?
I think it
I
was that
forgot
guy.
already.
No, I think
He's not
the
afraid
asshole.
anymore, guys.
Yeah, it doesn't wet the bed anymore.
No, shit's it.
Look at her. She's so happy.
She wants Patrick Swayze.
Of course.
Who doesn't in 1988?
Exactly. He's like everything.
She wants to have the time of her life.
Hey, Jim.
Oh, the fade out. It's
Yeah.
so good.
They're missing the like a star wipe.
Well, that was just like the intro, right? So maybe like
Yeah, that's true. Maybe like midway through they started doing all the weird graphics and stuff and like a little.
It's got nothing on Pokemon the movie 2000.
Well, this movie's just about as much of an existential crisis as that movie is, though. This is the
Jesus.
scene where Mewtwo pops up and Donnie's like, "Thanks for being my friend. I'm gonna go die now."
That's a good mask. Like that's really creepy.
That is a good mask.
Do they? I forget. Do they explain why it's a bunny? I mean, like it's his Halloween costume, but like, why so much imagery about like because it's like his sister's boyfriend, I think, named Frank, and it's
Ooh.
just sort of like, I don't know. This shit's so confusing. The last unicorn.
I read Union. That said unicorn.
Yeah.
Oh, look, he's doing Tony's Adam Sandler impression.
So you had him
I didn't think that was, but then like shibit kind of thing. There's always one kid that's trying to make up those kind of rules.
Oh.
Jesus
Oh,
God.
God.
Yeah. Obviously, there should be some reveal that he actually just wants to fuck her or whatever.
I mean, he should just get like hit with the fucking airplane thing.
Yeah.
This dude's an ass. See, principal's just kind of like, I don't know what to do. Jeez.
I'm not okay with animal abuse in any form.
I'm not opposed to vandalism though.
Oh, God.
That's an ugly statue.
Yeah, that's kind of scary.
They made me do it.
Huh.
I stopped
totally-
rolling houses in the 6th grade, Ma. Now I deface statues and pieces all
Oh,
over the
look at
place.
Seth Rogen. Ew. Okay, if this is his first movie ever, that's his first line
As I
on
like
the
your
big screen.
boobs. That's so good.
It's so fitting to him.
It's very Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
Doesn't even flinch.
Yeah, girl, you tell him.
This movie totally speaks to certain types of kids.
Me.
She's cute. I mean, I don't know about the whole like personality side of things when it comes to like this town and if she's like an outsider and if that meshes with a lot of the other people and stuff like that. But like face value, high school kid, I'd probably have a thing for her.
Of course you would. She's bland as hell. What she is?
You're getting visibly nervous.
No, I'm not nervous. I am not nervous at all. Please.
She says that she.
You're saying that you'd rather have like that unseasoned piece of chicken than this all this caramel right next to you?
Certainly not saying that.
Better not.
That's okay. I can win you over. I can just pull a Seth Rogen. I like your boobs. Pencil. Just lost points.
Move.
Not fast.
Just ready.
Very 80s high school.
Boom. Hit going car. Well, now they're gonna go together. Shouldn't you know where she freaking lives?
Oh, I remember the scene. Let me get ready.
Get ready.
Mm-hmm.
Are you about to be hypnotized?
Oh no, that's like the famous like Well, I'm not. Well, if you guys don't remember, I just don't want to spoil it.
No, I don't remember at all.
Okay.
All right.
Your favorite name.
Gross name. Worse than Gretchen though is Gertrude. Ugh.
It's a good show.
Oh, jeez.
I love the scene. So apparently in the original script, he was supposed to say all that about Alyssa Milano, but something was going on legally that they had to change it to Christina Applegate. Yeah.
I mean, I get it for both.
Yeah.
Same time frame, both like
Super hot.
Yeah.
But I just wonder what was going on. But they're like, oh, okay, let's just like go with Christina. Let's talk about fucking
Yeah.
Christina Applegate.
Applegate will be fine with it.
Yeah, but after watching that scene, I'm like, I'm never gonna get hypnotized because God knows I would do that.
You just start fantasizing about Christina Applegate from then on. Wouldn't you think, obviously, if they're trying to find who does that, wouldn't you just not sign it the same way? Like, just, if you made your T with like a curve, you just not.
Yeah.
Because they're stupid enough. That principal's stupid enough that he would just be like, oh, it's a plus sign.
Unless they cleaned it up before anyone saw it. Because they hadn't gone to school yet.
Oh, that's true.
Oh my god, come on. This is a private school. Calm down.
This dude's like, I've seen American History X. A dickweed. It's pretty bad when Donnie Darko is kind of a dick, and he's easily like the nicest person out of the bunch, where it's just like,
Yeah.
It's a town full of assholes. His dad's nice.
His dad is nice. His mom is nice too.
Yeah.
Nah.
Hobie. He doesn't do that. He smurfs to the tape.
You know,
Hey, vaginas are pretty awesome too.
the point is that you need asexual people have a really rough time. That's the point.
Grandma Death.
You're liking this film way too much.
Oh yeah, they're doing the repairs. I'm like, wait a minute, what's this?
Yeah.
Took me a second.
I misread that as emergency pet meeting, and I was like, oh, they
Emergency pet. They just like there's dogs.
Yeah, exactly. Think about how much better this year would be if we had emergency pet meetings. Are you stressed? Emergency pet meetings.
Some jackass comes around. I got a pet monkey, and it goes into ape shit.
Yeah.
Ape shit. Ugh. Somebody leave her in the grocery store with the other woman from the mist.
Yeah.
If she was alive today, she'd be protesting.
Totally.
Oh, she'd be a miserable bitch today in 2020 if that character was around. Like,
Anti-vaccine, all that.
yeah. I always thought that he could have been a good lizard in Spider-Man.
Gyllenhaal?
Noah Wiley, the teacher that they just showed.
Oh, next to Drew Barrymore?
Yeah, I thought he could have been a good lizard. Kirk Connors.
One of the better characters.
Dubstep.
One thing that I really like about the depiction of family in this is that the mom and the dad are clearly still like in love with each other. Like so many films depicting like a struggling, teenager, the parents hate each other, and that's like why. That's part of the problem. Why they're depressed or whatever.
Well, the girlfriend is covering that area.
Yeah.
Do I know who Graham Greene is? I know Graham all the colors.
Oh, he doesn't blink.
It's like, don't fuck with Ariel. Send him immediately to the guidance counselor.
Right?
Also, how's he getting away with if they're all wearing uniforms? How's he getting away with just like not having this buttoned up and stuff?
Because he's edgy, Tony.
Moist.
Do I have competition? Obviously.
Girlfriend has a forehead. Oh god.
So I mean, like, I'm sure people have written tons and tons of essays about this movie and like all the symbolism and all the meanings and stuff like that that I've only seen it the one time and it's been over a decade or whatever how long it's been. It's lost on me, I'm sure, so many elements of this whole thing, but it's like, are you guys aware of anything when it comes to that? Like, is there like any kind of like standout like, oh, this is supposed to be condemnation of like Christianity, or like this is all supposed to be just a matter of I don't know what, you know?
I think it's just one of those cult classics that's trying to cash in on goth times.
I think the answer she's giving to us right now, I think this film was all about fear. Fear, and especially the fear of losing control, or feeling like you are or feeling like your idea of having control is just an illusion. Because I think that the moment that Donnie lets that go, that's where, the movie ends. His death, really. So I think it's all about fear. But again, because sorry, what was that?
So the main point is, don't fear death?
It could be, or it could just be that fear, it's not always a bad thing.
Well, because this is supposed to be taken literally, right? Like that, they literally time travel. And it's a whole idea of like, this parallel dimension did this thing, and then it had to circumvent back in itself and like undo itself and do all, like, it's supposed to be like that, like not a matter of like, oh, it was all in his head.
Right. I think that in this movie, I think you do have to believe that there is like the supernatural going on. Time traveling is possible, and this bunny is able to not only like cross dimensions but also time travel, and the plane as well.
Because the bunny is just his sister's boyfriend.
I think it's. I don't remember if it's actually supposed to be him, or if like the bunny is like an entity that borrowed his image. No.
I don't know. I'm
not
like,
drunk.
He totally doesn't look like a Donald.
No.
Donald Darko is also a dumb name.
Much less cool than Daffy Duck. Darkwing Duck.
No, Dad.
Like, is it maybe supposed to be a thing where it's like, I mean, I don't know. I highly doubt it. I know I've read about this movie so many years ago, so now I've forgotten it all. But like, maybe a type of thing where it's like anybody when they're going to die, this is their like life flashing before their eyes type thing. Like they play out part of their life, and then they have to come to a realization that it would be good for them to die, like that kind of thing. Like, because it goes back to that moment.
Yeah.
So it's totally a loop in some fashion. But I mean, they're trying real hard to be like, they got this like Christian type message thing, and then it's like, the Patrick Swayze's character ends up getting involved with whatever it is. I can't remember exactly what, but like they're trying to make a point. But I mean, I'm sure if I would have watched the movie before we did this, I'd have like so many more different opinions that are like specific instead of just me trying to remember what the hell is going on in the movie. But
it's good. It's all stream of consciousness.
Yeah, which might be very appropriate for this movie.
Maybe. I'm still thinking about that Choco Taco I want to eat though.
Oh. I'm always looking for chairs for left-handed people in scenes like this. Don't see
I'm also
one.
left-handed.
You are?
Yes.
Oh, I like you even more now.
Oh, good.
It's only key.
The rainbow one too.
I would have had that one. It's good. Looks familiar.
Now you get that joke.
Oh, I got it before, but
Oh, we have this. Well, now you can see it. You can see it in your head.
Gives him a handgun.
So it definitely seems like there is a theme of traditionalism and the church and, rejecting it.
I mean, there's like a science versus religion. There's, should you burn the book type thing. Like it seems almost like that's one of the main things that they're going for is the idea of like, I'm a teenager and I'm a little dark and whatever like that, and I don't believe in this religious stuff that my parents would believe in or something like that. Like,
Yeah, but don't you guys think that there could also just be a direct metaphor to fear? I mean, at the end of the day, religion, especially
It is fear.
Christian, yeah, exactly. It's all about
Pisses
don't do
us
this or you piss off God and you go to hell. Don't do that. And I feel like
Religion is okay. I'm assuming that neither one of you are strongly religious,
no.
if religious at all. Okay,
I was
religion
raised Catholic, but no.
it's essentially just fairy tales with like a bigger supposed meaning to it. It's just be good and do good things, and here's a story that goes along with it. It's just Disney.
Right, but that's more of a kind of like nowadays idea, because if you go back in the past, that was completely used for control. You put
It
fear
still
into
is today.
people. I mean, still is, but now it's mostly this like message that, I mean, we hope that it's mostly this message of like just be good. But in the past, it's like they even have passages in the Bible about how you should never wear different kinds of fabric together because that pisses off God and you can go to hell. So
Oh, but because it's all fucking made up by whoever's in power at the time. The only reason we can't do that now is because we have
Internet.
history and we can't just change everything.
Yeah, but what I was gonna say is that like the whole like science and religion here, it's like, oh, this nun that they were just talking about, like she broke away from what was keeping her in fear, and she saw something and she found something out, and then she wanted to confront that and explore that, and all of a sudden that fear didn't become something that she would fear anymore, which I think it's what Donnie's journey is gonna be.
Every time I look at his shirt, I see the Stranger Things logo.
I mean, she went out of her way to write a book about the tangent universe and all that, which is like word of God, like the writer, director of the movie, all that stuff. Like that dude wrote like a whole paper about this movie of trying to explain like tangent universe means this and this is this and whatever, and this parallel universe means that, and this explanation of if you go to point C and what. So it's like the dude wrote it as if he had like a whole philosophy on the universe and wanted to make a movie about his own idea.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, it's like I don't know if he started off with like an idea of a movie like this, or if he started off with the idea of that and then tried to write a movie around it. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I want to be with Christina Applegate.
Yeah, get that wine.
Doesn't count if they get drunk off wine, right?
That looks like Lanquil.
It might be.
That's even better. Bunny. Pink bunny.
Much cuter than Frank.
I like Frank better. The douchebag's dad kind of looks like Vince McMahon a little bit.
Although I'm sure if they were watching this, he'd be much more boisterous if that were true. God damn it! Just like... We all have that happen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought this said Yote at first. Yote Dukakis. Yeet.
Nobody voted for Dukakis, and apparently nobody voted for Dukakis.
Yeah, that was the issue. He needs to go back in time and make sure that everybody Yotes Dukakis.
I feel like that's me when I took Valium. I was just like laughing at everything. It was so good.
You ever see The Abyss?
Yeah.
I've never seen it, but this just makes me think of that. Because isn't that like the main thing of this movie? Is like some kind of like floating tube of water?
Kinda, yeah. Very phallic.
Oh yeah, he's always thinking about fucking, remember?
That's the fuck ass.
The gun that the teacher gave him. It's odd that they set this in the 80s too.
Why? What do you think that's odd?
Like why specifically 1988? Unless it's just the director and writer just being more like, I want to
It's
show
gotta
everybody
be
how I feel about me.
Yeah, it's gotta be, this is what I felt in high school, and I'm just making a movie now.
Water and metal. Yeah, see, like you have to have that kind of stuff on your screen. Water, metal, up. All right, already went away.
Well, then we wouldn't be here, would we?
Let's have sex. Just kiss him, girl.
For 2 weeks, you haven't kissed that? Come on.
Yeah.
Aurora Borealis. Fine then.
You're ugly anyway, bitch.
Yeah, exactly. Typical like online person. I didn't want to see you two kiss anyway, assholes. What are they eating?
Salad?
Salad.
Oh, how bland. Come on, Karen.
Looks like a macaroni salad, maybe.
Oh yeah, you're right. So it is pasta. They have salad on the side. It's an It's an interesting layout of a restaurant. It's trying to be classy. It has the full Italian tablecloth, but then he has like the hot dog stand, mustard, and ketchup bottle.
It's one of those all-in-one.
All-in-one. Yeah.
This is what they're eating for dinner.
You're laughing so hard.
I don't know, it struck me funny. Instead of having the pencil and the knife, that they're like sitting there just like, just like chomping on a fucking pumpkin. Like, no wonder Donnie Darko's all messed up eating pumpkins.
You're very cute.
It's fucked up. You got a broken one.
I really like the father in this movie.
He's a pretty reasonable guy.
I'm surprised this movie hasn't been remade, considering
Yeah.
the modern love for the 80s and concern for mental health.
Very good point.
Be that great if Dad's like, oh, Frank? Yeah, Frank and I are cool. Matrix.
Yeah.
Donnie is currently undergoing what you call taking the red pill.
Are you sure, girl?
Yeah, but can you make sure that you buy your kid some pants that he can't just take off in the middle of it?
What the fuck?
Aw, I feel so bad for her. Like, aw.
Alright, so let's see what we got here.
We skipped from chapter 2 to 7.
Your favorite word?
I do like the word oblivion a whole lot.
And sandwich.
Yeah. Two great words. Of course she's eating like some fucking fruit out of a container or whatever.
I want him.
Attitudinal beliefs.
You guys ever take a deep dive into the craziness that is Scientology?
Yes.
This is what he reminds me of.
Was he a
What?
Scientologist?
I don't
Like
think
no.
so.
Swayze himself? He seems like he would be the type.
I don't think so.
Hmm.
I know Travolta is.
Yeah.
That shit is fucked up, man.
It really is.
Is that why he couldn't pronounce Idina Menzel? The wickedly talented one and only Adele Dazeem.
Oh my god!
Looking for love, no. That's so good. She's just like, yeah, I want to talk about how my sister's a fat ass.
Oh, fuck you. Like,
That'll teach you not to eat my Skittles. Next up, Joni comes, and he just goes, fuck you, Joni. I don't like you either.
oh, it's Spencer from iCarly.
Never seen the show.
What's his name? Jerry Trainer is.
I've got a problem with my haircut. He needs to learn how to fight because people are picking on him for his haircut.
Aww.
Dead spider on his head. And the dead spider had a bad haircut.
All right. Oh, he looks like Peter Parker right there.
Yeah, see? It's true. Principal's like, oh, I gotta do something. I don't know what to do here. Oh shit, was that? Oh, that god, the name of that actor. I think that they just showed him a second ago. He's been in a bunch of things, and he's always perpetually like a vice principal or something like that. Yeah, I'd be clapping.
Yeah, of course.
It's like, whatever happened to that kiss?
Right now, she's thinking the world is pretty beautiful.
Shoot some bottles with me. Let's talk about Smurfs. That calms you. That always calms you down. The book.
I never understood those things that are like behind her on that chair.
That cover.
Yeah, like I've seen people have them, like taxi cat like drivers, and like I don't like. Is that supposed to be more comfortable? Because that looks awful.
If it's supposed to be more comfortable, it's not. Because I've sat on them before, and they're just sort of just like bumps.
I think
on
they
your
are
ass and
supposed to
stuff.
be more comfortable.
It might be a way to like try to protect it a little bit without like completely covering it, but it's tacky looking anyway. What does she do when she actually gets mail?
Dies, clearly.
She never gets, like, taxes? This is where the old lady drops the necklace into the ocean.
Rosemary let herself go.
The artifact and the living.
I hate the end of that
Now
movie.
we're back to chapter 4, though. Artifacts provide the first sign that a tangent universe has occurred. If an artifact occurs, formed in metal. Okay. Still confused.
Being a little older, this movie is a tad pretentious.
Yeah.
All you're going to see is that you're heading towards the fridge, apparently.
Right.
I can tell you that. If it's like, you know.
Nighttime?
Yeah, it's just kind of like, oh, I'm going to eat something. Good teacher, though. He's willing to help. And then he's just sort of like, yeah, I don't have tenure. So,
Why do I get the feeling that she's trying to seduce everybody when she's like teaching? Is it just me? Ew!
yeah, there's something creepy.
Right?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Perv alert.
She didn't finish her sentence. It's maybe you and Frank can read this one together in the bathtub with some candles lit. I was in Charlie's Angels. I wasn't the hot one. Ability to conjure fire and water. He didn't do that in this movie that I can remember. Like shooting out fireballs. It's like
He's gonna think he can control the water for a second.
It's actually a prequel to X-Men.
What would you guys do in this situation? Would you just max out the cards?
Well,
I mean, that guy's a dick, but I would always assume that I would get in trouble.
Yeah.
So I'd probably like just throw it to his like front door or something.
Tell her, dude.
I went in the closet. Get a box. Story doesn't end well. I thought that. Teach.
God.
Jeez.
Oh my god.
Seth Rogen is just a piece of shit.
So far, he has only 2 lines in this movie, and they're awful.
They're biting and just to her character. Like, he exists to just, like, poke and prod her, I guess.
Yeah.
Worked out well for Donnie, though.
Halloween double feature, but what they don't know is it's like 3 and 4.
$2?
Do you see that thing hanging down, the spider that was like right above his head?
No.
It was just like a decoration. That would have freaked me out if I were him, if I turned around.
I was looking at the Evil Dead poster.
You're teenage kids, you just kissed, you're in an empty movie theater, and she's asleep. In the 80s.
And
Yeah.
nobody else is there.
He's like, ugh, I'm just gonna think about Christina Applegate instead. Or Frank. And here's pretty much the graphic that is up on the screen right now on YouTube. Oh, I forgot about this song. I always like this song. And that, funny enough, is also in The Mist.
Really?
Yeah, at the end of the movie.
Oh, that part.
It's called like The Messiah something, I think, or something.
Mm.
That's my name. So, like, maybe there's an implication that, like, Frank had died and this is his time travel thing, just the same as, like, is everybody just kind of, like, pass this along kind of thing, you know?
Didn't think about that.
Even though I've seen the movie before, I'm still like, I don't remember what that's all about. The burn it to the ground thing. I'm trying to remember what that was all. Was it the school? I think
Was that the thing that freaked you out?
the
spider.
spider. Yeah. Also, what a dick. She's asleep. Are you leaving?
Temptation of Christ.
Not talent.
Stop. She's trying her best.
Never a fan of those kind of things. Interpretive dancing and stuff. This represents me as a swan.
She kind of has that makeup of that older lady in that Drew Carey show.
Oh, Mimi, I think her name was.
I don't remember.
Is Joni in that mix?
Nobody gives a shit about Johnny.
Bethany, if you feel the need to vomit, puke on Joni. Bow and arrow. Why is she hanging out on the side like that?
Just be edgy. Yeah, I guess. Why are they all like cheering for little girls like that?
That's a messed up town.
Well, they could be the parents. Let's not think about it too perfect.
Is this a sparkle motion?
Yeah.
Oh, there's that move they were practicing earlier. Yay,
Yeah.
they did it! This is what Donnie needed to burn down, so they didn't do this act. Tense. It almost looks a little Sean Pennish.
Yeah.
Totally some wish fulfillment with the whole, like, I wish I could have burned somebody's house down when I was in my high school years. I'm going to write a movie about it.
Right.
I definitely at some point need to do like a deep dive on this. Marco, in the comments, tell us your thoughts about a lot of this stuff, because I know you said that you're a big fan of the movie, and that's one of the reasons why you wanted us to talk about this. Like, what am I missing out on that maybe some theories and stuff that you got?
What do you think this movie's about? Educate us, please.
That was creepy, the way that the girl's just got her hand out like she's trying to conjure the fire.
Ew! Why are you doing that? Some people are weird.
Yeah, they didn't need that weird nodding, like.
Aww, she's my favorite character. I feel like that's me. Especially in high school.
It is telling that she just, like, poured her heart out with some kind of thing like that, and everybody's like, "Oh, okay." And then these
Yeah,
kids do
but
that, like,
sparkle
that little
motion.
dance, and yeah, and they're all
Mhm.
just like, "Yeah, sparkle motion, notorious, woo." It's about enough time to burn down a house. Is he wearing a mask? Oh, okay. It's just a. I thought he was wearing a mask.
Oh,
That's
because of the
creepy.
thing on the wall?
No, the firefighter.
Yeah.
Thought he had like a plastic mask on or something like that. It was just like a reflection on his face. Bugs. Not a fan. I just imagine floating things coming out of my chest and everything. He's trying.
Yeah.
Good advice.
Good dad.
So now we know which parent they learned fuck ass from for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's the story about that. Ah, I totally forgot about that part. I knew he had some kind of like some kind of a problem.
Yeah.
But I couldn't remember if he had like. I didn't remember that it was that. Yeah.
At least that makes sense with how excited he was for that
The little girls.
sparkle motion thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
But now see the fact that he like when he undoes this and none of this happens, doesn't that mean that that's almost kind of making a statement that like the universe is better off if that guy doesn't get caught?
No. I don't follow that.
Because Donnie doesn't end up doing any of that. He doesn't burn the house and stuff because he's dead.
But that doesn't say that the universe is better off with that guy in it.
Just that's kind of weird to be like.
It's making a statement that the pieces of shit always find a way. You know?
I don't know. I kind of feel like it's.
They just fired her, right?
Yeah.
Now, like obviously, they're framing her to be a good teacher, even though we're joking that she's like creepy and stuff like that. They're framing her as if she's like a loss with this kind of stuff. Skinhead saw it in sniper shooting. Frank. I mean, if you got fired and you're a teacher, wouldn't you just kind of be like, screw it, we're watching movies for the rest of the days that I'm supposed to be here?
Yeah.
And if she got fired, wouldn't she just be let go on the spot?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that they would ever let a fired teacher continue to teach. They would just bring in substitutes.
Yeah, like, I guess it's a different time.
I don't know.
There's still no pain.
Have you ever been a rabbit?
He's looking right at her. That's.
So they've been together for a week or two, and
3 weeks, I think, probably at this point.
now they're having their first spat in public while debating a book.
About rabbits.
Yeah. He's like, look, I just want to fuck like rabbits. She's like, remember I told you that you're creepy? I do kind of remember something about this scene. Like, they're looking for a chaperone. God, it's awesome. Don't use the word dungeon.
She really frustrates me.
That's all right. Yeah, I knew there was some kind of. Why did I remember that was like a chaperone thing? But I can't remember about like what gets burned down in the movie.
Something about this scene stuck with you.
Might have been because this is maybe the scene where the mom's like, here's a middle finger or something like that. I don't remember for sure. Yeah, not a fan of that character.
I would really like to watch her get punched in the face.
I doubt your commitment to sparkle motion. Man, you can imagine though a woman like that on Facebook.
I don't think we have to imagine.
I mean, like
she's the one who was like, Walmart's selling the NWO shirt. They want to take over the world. I get that they were trying to make a statement, but I also feel like they sent out weird messages to parents of troubled teens. Like, oh, your kid's got problems because, they worship Satan and they want to fuck. Like, it's...
Donnie doesn't worship Satan. I think.
That weird bunny thing. There's something to the bunny.
No, the other dude's the Satan dude, the one that's like, "Why don't you show your kids Satan, huh?" Extremely important. He's got no postage on it though, didn't he?
Why would he need postage? He's just gonna drop it in her mailbox.
No, that's true. Yeah, you could just do that. Although technically, isn't that illegal?
I don't know.
I think it is. Might be. Because they just want to make the money off the postage stamps. I think it's actually illegal. Look at that kid that worshipping Satan, doing illegal mail fraud.
The little sister really cares.
I think that's why she's the focus of the second one or something. Maybe not necessarily that's why, but I think that there's supposed to be something in the second one where like she has the same kind of thing going on, and I don't know. I didn't see the movie, so I don't know for sure.
I kind of want to see the second one now.
Yeah, I think I saw it, but I don't remember, so I want to revisit it.
It seems like it's one of those movies that like this one's a cult classic for sure, and this is
That's odd.
You know, a good movie, but look at like American Psycho. Like American Psycho, cult classic, good movie. American Psycho 2.
It's a great
Donnie
movie.
Darko 2. I'm not a fan of Mila Kunis killing.
No, that was awful.
No, I meant
American
part
Psycho
1.
Yeah. Cellar door. I had a teacher who was adamant about cellar door.
I did not.
Doing the whole like that's the nicest word, cellar door. Mm-hmm. Yeah, my 10th grade English teacher told me that.
Really?
And I'm like, that doesn't sound like great. You ever heard the word sandwich? She wasn't the biggest fan of me.
No.
She didn't hate me or anything like that, but that was one of those.
Were you trouble?
I mean, I don't know. Like, I was never a bad kid. Like, I'm not burning down houses and stuff like that, like Donnie.
I am her.
Aw.
Why would she say shut up and run away?
Yeah.
Scared.
What?
It's a good moment for her.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Some people are just so used to the bad stuff happening to them that when something good happens, they just freak out.
Hungry? I can't feed the hippos.
Why is he going with the simpleton voice?
Yeah. Well, they were when they were filming the scene, they were like, "You got two choices. You got either that or you got Sling Blade." I didn't want to be like, I don't believe in God, but I believe in French fried potatoes.
Yeah, French fried tater.
That was a good movie too.
You're gonna eat your cornbread. I know that's not the same movie, but
Totally not the same movie.
No, I know.
That's Life with Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence. But that movie's got some great parts to it too. But especially the part where he goes, "You go eat your cornbread." I could eat some cornbread.
I could too.
Now, Karen, you're having a breakthrough.
A dog or
Yeah,
okay?
a dog.
For a split second, I thought it was a platypus. I was like, that's a very odd like animal for them to pick through. Then they have a little panda on the side there.
Mm.
Pandas are great.
Frank's like, remember, Yot Dukakis.
He manages to not blink when he's like.
Yeah, he's a damn good actor.
Yeah, that's really freaky.
Ah, I don't remember about that.
Oh, you suck.
That's me.
Yep.
There's that dude again.
Same jumpsuit.
You can totally tell this is a Halloween party from the past because there's not enough slutty honeybees and slutty nuns and slutty
Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan.
So walk me through what a slutty Hulk Hogan costume would be.
Just like a regular Hulk Hogan costume, but booty shorts and maybe like crop top showing under boob.
Insurance trap. Yeah, this is. I think that was one of the other things people were saying was bad was that they didn't like how they added that into the movie.
That was
But it also doesn't really help explain it all that much either. At least not for me. Maybe I'm an idiot.
No, to me makes me more confused because then I'm trying to see
who's the living this and the insurance
and it takes
trap is
away
that
from
and,
like what's going on.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. I love the song.
What song is this?
A Joy Division?
Love will tear us up. Love will tear us apart again.
Don't think I know it.
So good. When I was in film school, I made an animation using M&Ms to that song. That was a story about two M&Ms that were in love. I ate all of them.
Of course.
At the end. It was great. Yeah.
Well, they end up together then.
You ever see that movie with Jenna Malone and God, who was it? It was Vanessa Hudgens and whatever. I've never seen it, but it's all supposed to be like a bunch of like badass women or something.
No. That's not
Zack
it.
Snyder did it. All like hyper stylized and like steampunky or something.
Oh, Sucker Punch.
Yeah, I've never seen it. Is it good?
No, I've never seen it. It looked interesting, but I've heard bad things.
Oh wait, was it this plane? Was that what the whole thing was? Is that the last unicorn?
Had sex.
Like bunnies. Never been a fan of these kind of clocks.
Yeah, that one specifically is really ugly.
It's
looks like it has
perpetually
a sad
sad.
face. Yeah, I was just gonna say it has a sad face.
How old is Donnie supposed to be? At least like a sophomore, I think.
16?
16, 17, something like that, maybe. And it's sister's either in high school, like senior, or just graduated or something like that.
She's a senior. Oh, if you're going past the fridge this time.
Yeah, I was gonna say hangs around the fridge a lot. That rhymes.
No, it's the song that plays in the other version, the beginning of the movie's playing now. Echo and the Bunnyman. That's weird.
I think that this might be under the Milky Way part in the other version.
So I wonder why they had to change
Maybe.
that song to that one, even though the Killing Moon is in the other version too.
I might be remembering it wrong. They're like,
Oh,
it's got a little bit of a Stranger Things kind of vibe with the kids on the bike in the 80s.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find Hopper instead.
Hopper being the bunny?
Yeah, maybe that's how they do it.
good.
So who would that make Grandma Death? Joyce?
The conspiracy theorist.
Yeah. Pretty much at this point, yeah. I wonder if the skeleton outfit's symbolism for him being like going to die soon. Your Barrymore's characters like the second best phrase other than cellar door is actually mailbox. And she starts playing the entertainer. Do 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 do.
She's only thinking about Dick now. That's why she's smiling like that.
Oh, I completely don't remember this whole part.
No?
No, not at all.
Shitty friends, they're just like...
I can't picture Seth Rogen being like threatening.
Yeah.
What's with...
Fuck. How would he call the cops? Oof. Totally forgot about this part of the movie.
Really?
Did that car just run her over?
Yeah, Jenna Malone. Gretchen? Yeah, she did. D-E-D.
She did.
See, I remembered Frank being a part of the party, but I didn't remember this whole thing. There's the eyeball.
There was the one, the eyeball.
Marty. So that means that she must have time traveled at some point for her to go so crazy and to understand all this stuff.
She's just gonna get a letter.
So, like, is this not even Donnie's story?
Dum dum dum.
Is this Grandma Death's story? Like, she's waiting for this to reset itself for her own thing or something? Marco, explain this to me.
I have the entertainer just stuck in my head.
Sorry about that. Blockbuster.
R.I.P.
I think there's like one still around, like Canada or something like that. Wherever it is, that's where they filmed the scene in Captain Marvel.
Oh. But is it like functional?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just creepy.
What? Oh.
Just transporting her around and everything.
Yeah. Run, Donnie, run!
And I don't remember for sure if these are in the movie,
I don't
the
think
original.
it was, no.
So they look like they're shots that they would have added after the fact. Oh, they don't help with anything either, just these random codes and stuff.
Right. I'm just confused. Let's do more.
All night, Donnie's been driving around doing all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
His dad's not checked up on him at all. Curious how Sparkle Motion went. Creepy.
Okay, one last time, girl.
Yeah, these definitely weren't a part of the original one.
Purge.
I can see why people don't like the director's cut like that. The annual purge will commence. I don't remember if the voiceover is in the other one either.
I don't think it is. I don't know. The visuals are throwing me off.
Yeah. Because it does kind of. I mean, it's weird. They sort of imply a little bit like this is in his head. Because, like, with all that, nothing happened.
Except there's going to be the scene where the mother and the girlfriend wave at each other like they both understand what just happened. Plot twist, this was all in the little sister's head.
This is the story of the last unicorn.
Donnie is the last unicorn.
This flat out says that they, like, remember. So you're right about that. That they have, like, the ability to remember that things happen in a different way. Such a good song.
So good.
Love this song.
There's an odd Taco Bell commercial that they made a bunch of years ago with a cover of this by, like, Halsey or something, I think. And it's so good, and they never released the actual version of it. If you ever find a
What did
video
that
of
have
it
to do with
online,
Taco Bell?
I have no idea, but they have that for it. And it's just like, if you click on, like, YouTube videos and stuff, people are just like, release the song. It's like, it's good that he shut up. Be checking to see if my eye's fine. Yeah, there you go. I'm glad they added that in there. Here's where the government stooge comes. Look, I got a different paper. It's like so many extra things you have to fill out now that your kid's dead.
We'll still put you in a hotel though.
Yeah, we'll put you in a
You can
nicer one this
sleep.
time. It's good that throughout the whole movie she's, like, kind of not really digging her, and so you can see that she's upset, obviously, because it's like, at the end of the day, she loves her brother.
Yeah.
It's a weird reaction for them to film for her.
Yeah.
She's relieved.
You get that impression that she's like, "Oh, I'm good."
He
Like, I
didn't
didn't
burn
die.
down a house and kill somebody? Yeah.
That's kind of shitty if she's like,
I mean,
my
she's not
son
happy
did
that her
me.
son's dead. She's just like, he was troubled. It's over.
Doesn't look that smushed.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Yeah, it's definitely a knowing look.
See?
The kid waves? Why is the kid waving? So, second viewing, I think I like it more than I did before. I liked it the first time that I had seen it, but I'm still confused.
Drew Barrymore was the executive producer.
Huh.
Maybe that explains why she wanted to be so cool.
Yeah.
And so edgy.
I'm the cool teacher who everybody loves. So, I guess ultimately,
I enjoyed it.
When it comes to like theories and stuff. So, definitely the writer and director and all that, he's got his theories. This means this means that. So I guess there's really no line of like interpretation other than whether or not maybe that thing that I mentioned before about like whether you're supposed to take away with it that certain things are better off the way that they didn't pan out. I mean, the guy, the pedophile's crying at the end because he's clearly upset. He realizes like how awful he is, I guess.
Right.
But that doesn't mean that he gets like necessarily a redemption, but he also doesn't
really. I
necessarily
assumed he was crying out of like, "Oh God, I'm not in jail."
I guess it's another way to interpret it. Yeah, that's shitty if that's the way. Like if that's one of the things that's supposed to be a takeaway.
I got the feeling that he not necessarily felt bad for what he did, but maybe it was like the first time he realized that he could get caught because that felt so real. And maybe he's just like scared, not necessarily feeling bad, but just like afraid for himself. Because there's no way that he would really like feel bad. Like, I don't believe that those people can feel bad for what they do.
And if that's the case, then it seems like that's such a weird thing to put in the movie to be like that he doesn't quite get like a punishment or something.
Well, we don't
Sometimes
know that.
That's the way. As shitty as it is to say, that's the way shit pans out sometimes.
Huh. Frank James Duvall. It wouldn't be like Robert Duvall's kid or something, right?
Let's find out. We have Google.
I mean, he doesn't look like Robert Duvall. And I think actually Duvall might have 2 L's.
It is interesting though, since of the three of us, I was the one that watched this movie semi recently. It's really interesting to see how different the theatrical release one is from the director's cut. It almost made me feel like it almost made me second guess like a lot of what I remembered from the other film, just because it didn't have the book like cutout scenes, and even the music threw me off a little bit because like I'm all about soundtrack sometimes. But I like that I got to see this version of it. Because I don't think that when I watched the other one, I realized that maybe the mom did remember. I thought that she was just in shock. But that makes sense because now we know, reading that passage, that some people will remember what happened.
Yeah, and I guess, well, they seems like they're kind of implying that every one of those main characters remembers. Maybe not necessarily like the 2 bullies, like Seth Rogen, because they didn't bother showing him. So
I don't think Drew Barrymore's character remembered either.
She didn't seem to have too much of a reaction.
She was like sleeping.
She was asleep next to the other teacher.
The other teacher had some reaction, but it wasn't like a big, like, oh wow, like. But then again, nothing happened with him. Like,
well, remember he was the one kind of walking through the idea of time travel.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he didn't like lose his eye like
right,
Frank.
But nothing. Like that whole conversation about time travel didn't get to happen with Donnie. So like, how come he remembers that now?
If he does. But I mean, like they specifically showed like Frank put his fingers up to his eye, so it's like, okay, he remembers missing an eye and all that stuff. Whereas like Noah Wile's character is sort of just there. Like, you don't have to. He's not sitting there going, "Hey, remember this conversation I had?" Like, you know, like, it's kind of like they're not making it obvious about him. The mom's clearly remembering something or having some kind of shock or whatever. The dad doesn't seem to be remembering anything. He's just upset about his son.
Right.
The little girl is just being a little girl. His sister is just being sad.
Upset.
Yeah. But somebody like Patrick Swayze's character, and even the mom of the other little girl, the like super religious one, like she seems to have like, I don't know.
She was definitely upset.
Moby, just listed on here, the credits.
This is a very Moby movie.
It really is.
Here we are now going to that would not fit this at all if that was like the end credit theme. If it was just sort of like I don't know, cut to like what's another one of those movie songs? I got a blanket on the other one.
People come together. We all fall apart. No one can stop us now. Because we are made of stars. I hated that song.
I don't even know that one.
It's awful. It's probably like one of the worst songs.
Why are you wearing that stupid man suit? That's what's on my screen right now, because now the movie's over. So I almost feel like I need to do another whole like deep dive into the whole thing.
Guarantee he's gonna be watching YouTube videos of like theories behind Donnie Darko or Donnie Darko explained.
Yeah, I might be doing that. But all the more reason why, Marco, tell us your thoughts about the whole thing. You know, do you have any theories about how this is supposed to work out? If that's like how our interpretations are different from yours or something like that, or, you know, anything like that. I still like the movie. I liked it the first time. I liked it the second time. I do agree with the people that say that, from what I can remember at the very least, and what I think is probably the difference between the director's cut and stuff, I'd have to watch the original again to really compare, but if the added text and the little like matrixy stuff, like if that was in there, like I think it's better without that.
Yeah.
So, you know,
I enjoyed it. I thought I definitely got a different look at it than when I watched it at the age of 13. You know, I could see a little bit of like, all right, the guy who wrote this is kind of stroking his own ego a little bit, but it definitely resonates, and it's not like people haven't always had those kinds of internal conflicts, even though now I think it's a lot less black and white. But it was good for what it was.
Agreed.
Yeah. So if you want us to do more of these, whether it's FanTracks stuff or, you know, maybe another deeper dive into Donnie Darko with some other kind of method, or maybe watch the other one. I don't know. Maybe the second one has something to offer. Yeah.
Or any other confusing movie.
Yeah, you know, you can always have some more existential crises. Just
Yeah,
like the Pokemon
if this
one.
is going to be a thing on the fanboy side of the equation, I'm okay with that.
So we did the Pokemon the movie with the whole dead Mewtwo and all that other kind of, the little girl being cloned and all that stuff. We got Donnie Darko. What other ones can we go down into the mindfuck world?
Oh god.
Memento.
Requiem for a Dream.
Yeah, Requiem. We got 2001: A Space Odyssey, where you just end the whole movie and just feel like I went on this trip and I don't know what the world is. And
yeah. Just don't make us watch Tree of Life because I got motion sickness from watching that movie.
If somebody does the pick your poison tier for Tree of Life, I shut that movie off. So I'm sorry.
I walked out of the theater.
Yeah.
Because I actually got motion sickness, which was what?
The only good part about that was the dinosaur.
Yeah, probably.
So the girl who plays Samantha is also the voice of Lilo in Lilo and Stitch.
Oh, that's weird.
Aw, that's cool.
And the voice of Stitch was Patrick Swayze.
Well, shit.
I don't even know who Stitch. Stitch the Alien?
Yeah.
Stitch is the alien, yes.
That makes sense. I don't know. I've never seen the movies.
What?
Never seen
Okay.
that?
Guess 5. Somebody make Tony watch this movie.
If you want to make sure I watch it.
Movie.
Pick your poison tier on Patreon. You can always make me see Lilo and Stitch, especially if that's got some kind of mental stuff going on in it or whatever. Yeah, but obviously, thank you again to Marco for the donation and the idea of revisiting this movie and everything. If you had some fun or you got some questions or some answers, especially answers when it comes to this kind of thing, then drop them in the comments below. You should do that on YouTube. YouTube is, you got an option to do that. And while you're over there, you can hit that subscribe button if you haven't done that already. Ring that little notification bell as well, because then you'll be aware of when we get things that we post and if we potentially go live on anything like that too. We haven't done that on Fanboys, but maybe we'll do that soon with something like that. And hopefully you liked this, so give the video a like as well. If you are not following us on Facebook and Twitter, Facebook is .com/fanboysanonymous. Twitter is .com/fanboysanon. There's plenty of other Twitter accounts and Instagrams and stuff like that to follow. So, Caroline?
I don't have anything like awesome going on, but like you can check out my Instagram for some cool photos and art and pictures of my dog. Creepy_Caroline.
Rob?
Yeah, I've got a lot going on. The wrestling stuff. It's Fightful.com. It's WrestleZone.com. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DudeFelice. Hopefully I'll have some stuff soon that isn't wrestling related. Tony?
Anytime you want me to do stuff that's not wrestling related and more on the fanboy side of things, just let me know and I'll be trying to do that. And whether or not you are a part of the Patreon side of things or something like that, even $1 goes a long way of making sure that I got the time to do that stuff. But, the more support in general, whether it's that monetary stuff or not, the more that there's an option for me to do stuff like that. Because, the more championing it comes to Fanboys Anonymous, the more that I'm like, yeah, let's do more fanboys, Check out the TeePublic and the Redbubble shops for merchandise if you want to help out in that kind of way. And obviously, a lot of you are wrestling fans, and you should know already Smart Guy Moment. But if you don't, go to smartguymoment.com, follow that Facebook and Twitter account, check out those podcasts, blah, 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 blah. You should know the story by now. So if you follow me at Tony Mango and at A Mango Tree, there's plenty of different things happening at all different times. So if you click around, you'll see me when the next thing happens. And until then, thank you for listening to this. It's time for us to geek out. Adios, everybody.